the light used to lean in the quieter spaces that lived in between. You didn't come at me like thunder or rain. You didn't arrive with the promise of pain. You were a morning that woke up so slow, a soft-spoken secret I was lucky to know. I didn't see the walls coming down in the dark, because you didn't leave a single bruise or mark. It was a velvet surrender, a calm in the soul. I didn't feel the break until I wasn't whole, because love was gentle when it took me apart. It didn't use a knife to open my heart. It was a slow motion sunset, a fading of gold, the kindest of stories that ever was told. You didn't slam the door, you didn't even shout. You just let the fire quietly go out. It's the hardest kind of grieving to ever get through, when love was so gentle while it was losing you. I still have the notes that you left by the bed, with all of the always we shouldn't have said. There's no anger to feed, there's no bridge left to burn, just a beautiful lesson I didn't want to learn. Unfolding the memories like linen and lace, still seeing the mercy inside of your face. How do I scream when the air is so sweet? How do I fight a ghost I'm not ready to meet? It was a tender betrayal, a soft-spoken lie, the most graceful version of a long-drawn goodbye. Because love was gentle when it took me apart. It didn't use a knife to open my heart. It was a slow motion sunset, a fading of gold, the kindest of stories that ever was told. You didn't slam the door, you didn't even shout. You just let the fire quietly go out. It's the hardest kind of grieving to ever get through, when love was so gentle while it was losing you. I wish you had broken the windows or cursed at the sky. Give me a reason to hate this goodbye. But you held my hand while you let it go cold, leaving me with a story that's already old. It was too kind. took me apart. It didn't use a knife to open my heart. You didn't slam the door. You didn't even shout. You just let the fire quietly go out. It's the hardest kind of grieving to ever get through. When love was so gentle while it was losing you. So gentle, like a falling leaf. Merciful grief. Love was gentle. I see the boxes in the hallway, taped and ready to go. I've got a new apartment in a city I don't know. I've changed my morning coffee, I've changed my routine, trying to wash away the ghost of everywhere we've been. My feet are walking forward, crossing every line. I'm telling every stranger that I'm doing truly fine. But there's a heavy anchor beneath the surface of the skin, guarding a kingdom where I still let you in. I'm a traveler in motion, a bird on the wind, but I'm still tied to the center of a beautiful thing. My mind is in the future, my feet are on the road, but my heart never moved from the house we called a home. It's still sitting at the table, still waiting by the door, still looking for your shadow on the cold kitchen floor. The world is spinning circles, turning gold into gray, but I'm stuck in the second that you walked away. I can't run 1,000 miles, I can't hide where I choose, but my heart never moved from you. I went out Friday night to a place with neon lights, trying to drown the memory of our quiet Sunday nights. A man asked for my number, I almost said okay, but my heart whispered no and looked the other way. I'm a vessel that's empty, a map with no ink, standing on the edge, but I'm afraid to blink, because moving on feels like a permanent sin. When I'm still waiting for the us to begin again, I've got a ticket to tomorrow, a suitcase full of new, but I'm haunted by the version of me that belonged to you. My mind is in the future, my feet are on the road, but my heart never moved from the house we called a home. It's still sitting at the table, still waiting by the door, still looking for your shadow on the cold kitchen floor. The world is spinning circles, turning gold into gray, but I'm stuck in the second that you walked away. I can run 1,000 miles, I can hide where I choose, but my heart never moved from you. How do I tape up the stay when the best part of me is still standing in the doorway? I'm a body in exile, I'm a soul on the run, still The seasons did a slow dance on my porch while I was busy shielding our old torch. I watched the neighbors move, the trees grow tall. I painted every room and stripped the hall. Everyone said the wound would eventually close, but I was busy counting every petal on the rose. You told me you just needed some time to breathe, so I stayed right here with my heart on my sleeve. The world was a river that kept rushing by, but I was the anchor just waiting to dry. I held on longer than the promise was worth. I held on until I was part of the earth. I stayed in the maybe while you moved to no. I was the last one to ever let go. I watched the clock swallow years of my life, sharpening the silence into a knife. You were a ghost by the time I was through, but I held longer than I ever loved you. I found a letter from 3 years ago, the one where I promised I'd never say no. It's yellowed and brittle like the hope in my chest. I gave you my prime and I gave you my best. I saw you last Sunday with a ring and a child, and I felt something inside me finally go wild. Not with the anger but the weight of the cost of all of the versions of me that I lost. I was a statue in your garden of later, while you were the architect, the great escapist creator. I held on longer than the promise was worth. I held on until I was part of the earth. I stayed in the maybe while you moved to no. I was the last one to ever let go. I watched the clock swallow years of my life, sharpening the silence into a knife. You were a ghost by the time I was through, but I held longer than I ever loved you. What was I waiting for? A change in the wind, a way to erase every place that we sinned. I wasted the sunlight, I wasted the rain, just to be the martyr of this beautiful pain. I held on until I was part of the earth. I stayed in the maybe while you moved to no. I was the last one to ever let go. I watched the clock swallow years of my life, sharpening the silence into a knife. You were a ghost by the time I was through, but I held longer than I ever loved you. Been slowly dropping the weight of the sky. I held on for sunset and missed my whole life. I held too long. I'm standing in the canyon of the life we used to share, calling out your name into the thin and freezing air. I've got a suitcase full of stories that I'm dying to tell, but I'm just a lonely wisher at a dry and empty well. I send a text, I wait a week, I watch the red turn gray, while I'm drowning in the things I still have left to say. say. It's a lonesome kind of ritual, a one-sided prayer to a God who isn't listening, who isn't even there. I'm a radio tower in a city of stone, broadcasting always to a dial of my own. And it's a love with no echo, a song with no sound, just a million I love yous falling silent to the ground. I'm screaming at the mountain, but it doesn't speak back. I'm a runaway train on a ghost of a track. I gave you the music, I gave you the rhyme, but I'm just wasting my breath and I'm wasting my time. It's the hollowest feeling I've ever come to know, living in a love with no echo. I found our old apartment. There's a stranger at the door. They don't know the way the moonlight used to dance across the floor. I told them I was lost, and they looked at me with pity, like a tourist who got stranded in a cold and nameless city. I'm still memorizing details of the way you used to laugh, while I'm tearing our forever into a tattered half. I'm a vessel that is brimming, I'm a cup overflowing with a conversation that only I am knowing. I'm a light in the window for a house that's been sold, a beautiful story that'll never be told. And it's a love with no echo, a song with no sound, just a million I love yous falling silent to the ground. I'm screaming at the mountain, but it doesn't speak back. I'm a runaway train on a ghost of a track. I gave you the music, I gave you the rhyme, but I'm just wasting my breath and I'm wasting my time. It's the hollowest feeling I've ever come to know, living in a love with no echo. Is anybody there? Can anybody hear? Or am I just a shadow that's starting to disappear? I'm screaming at the silence until my throat is raw. I'm fighting with the gravity that's become a fatal flaw. I'm so alone. It's a love with no echo, a song with no sound, just a million I love yous falling silent to the ground. I'm screaming at the mountain, but it doesn't speak back. I'm a runaway train on a ghost of a track. I gave you the music, I gave you the rhyme, but I'm just wasting my breath and I'm wasting my time. It's the hollowest feeling I've ever come to know, living in a love with no echo. No echo. Just the wind where I end and you never begin. Hello. Hello. I've learned to move through rooms without a sound. I've learned to keep my eyes fixed on the ground, so I don't see a ghost in every chair or catch a scent of us still in the air. I tell my friends I finally found my peace, that the constant ache has started its release, but it's a practice lines, a well-rehearsed disguise, while the truth is hiding right behind my eyes. I'm a master of the calm, a portrait of the fun, but I'm still tracing every memory's design. And I'm quietly still yours in the hush of the night, in the spaces where I used to hold you tight. The world sees a woman who's finally free, but you're the only soul that's living in me. I don't shout it from the roof, I don't make a scene, I just live still yours. I'm still yours, and I'm quietly still yours. In the hush of the night, in the spaces where I used to hold you tight. I don't shout it for a roof, I don't make a scene, I just live in the wreckage of what might have been. It's a secret I carry, a love that won't end, in the silence of a heart that refuses to mend. I'm quietly still yours. Oh, yours. Quietly still yours. Behind the smile, behind the I'm okay, just wait a while. Still yours, till yours. The boxes are still stacked against the wall, like monuments to the things we can't recall. I saw you reach to take the picture down, then you stopped and looked at me and almost drowned. In the quiet of the kitchen where we used to dance, I saw a flicker of a second, a final chance. Your hand was on the handle of your silver key, and for a heartbeat you looked back at me. It was a thin white line between the go and stay, 1,000 words you almost had the heart to say. You almost stayed, you almost turned around, you almost put your suitcase back upon the ground. I saw the maybe written in your tired eyes, the ghost of a forever in a thin disguise. We were a second from a miracle, a breath from home, before you chose the road that leads to being alone. It's a different kind of heartbreak, a different kind of sever, knowing that you almost stayed forever. I found your coffee mug still sitting on the sill. The steam is gone, but the memory's standing still. I keep replaying how you lingered by the door, like you were waiting for a reason to stay for more. I almost reached for you, I almost called your name, but I was terrified the answer wasn't the same. Now I'm living in the wreckage of a nearly life, cutting through the silence with a what-if knife. We were a yes inside a world of no, just a heartbeat away from never letting go. You almost stayed, you almost turned around, you almost put your suitcase back upon the ground. I saw the maybe written in your tired eyes, the ghost of a forever in a thin disguise. We were a second from a miracle, a breath from home, before you chose the road that leads to being alone. It's a different kind of heartbreak, a different kind of sever, knowing that you almost stayed forever. Was it the pride, or was it just the fear that kept the I love you from reaching my ear? I'm screaming at the shadow of the man you were, watching our future turn into a blur. You almost stayed. You almost stayed. You You almost stayed, you almost turned around. I almost heard the sorry in the silence of the sound. We were a second from a miracle, a breath from home. Before you chose the road that leads to being alone. It's a different kind of heartbreak, a different kind of sever, knowing that you almost stay forever. Almost stay, your coat still on the hood. Almost changed the way the ending looked. Almost stay forever. I didn't wake up to a house on fire. I didn't lose you to a sudden cold desire. There was no shouting, no crashing of the glass, just the slow motion where the seasons started to pass. The good nights got shorter, the I love yous got thin, until I couldn't find the warmth beneath your skin. I watched the vibrant colors start to leak from the wall, until we were just strangers standing in the hall. It wasn't a storm that took our world away. It was the quiet, steady bleeding of the gold into the gray. And it hurt more when we faded than when it finally broke. I was suffocating slowly enough. Forever that we spoke, we were a masterpiece left out in the pouring rain, until the joy was washed away by a dull and heavy pain. I'm reaching for the fire, but the embers are all cold, watching the greatest story turn into something old. I'm mourning a person who's still sitting in the room, watching when we faded into the gloom. Back when we were the brightest thing I'd ever seen. Your eyes were like a compass, always pointing to mine. Before the me and you stopped being a straight line. Now we're talking in echoes, we're walking on mist, forgetting the feeling of the way that we kissed. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of fear, to be so close to someone who's no longer here. We're two different stories bound in the same tattered book, afraid of the way the ending is starting to look. And it hurt more when I faded it than when it finally broke. I was suffocating slowly in love. Forever that we spoke, we were a masterpiece left out in the pouring rain, until the joy was washed away by a dull and heavy pain. I'm reaching for the fire, but the embers are all cold, watching the greatest story turn into something old. I'm mourning a person who's still sitting in the room, watching when we faded into the gloom. When the love is gone, but you're still I'm mourning a person who's still sitting in the room, watching when love faded into the gloom. It didn't go out with a bang, it just drifted away. I lost you. In the middle of the day, when love faded, when love faded, when love faded. I saw you standing by the record store, a little nervous looking at the floor. I was the one who saw the light inside, before you had a single thing to hide. I knew the way you took your coffee black, before the world put shadows on your back, before you started tearing at the seams. I was the architect who drew the very first line, back when I thought you always would be mine. I loved you first, I loved you best. I gave you a heart that could pass any test. I saw the man that you were meant to be, long before you ever looked at me. Now I'm a stranger at the edge of the crowd, watching you laugh, feeling so loud. It's a different kind of burn, a different kind of thirst, knowing she has you, but I loved you first. I taught you how to trust the way you feel. I was the one who made the magic real. I held your hand through the darkest of nights, before you stepped into the city lights. Now she's the one who gets the better part, the polished version of your heavy heart. But I'm the one who stayed through all the rain, who memorized the map of every pain. I was the foundation, I was the stone. Now I'm just a house that nobody owns. I loved you first, I loved you best. I gave you a heart that could pass any test. I saw the man that you were meant to be, long before you ever looked at me. Now I'm a stranger at the edge of the crowd, watching you laugh, feeling so loud. It's a different kind of burn, a different kind of thirst, no one who has you, but I loved you first. You know the boy used to be afraid. Does she see the ghost of every choice we made? I built the fire that's keeping her warm. I was the shelter inside of your storm. I loved you first, I loved you best. I gave you a heart that could pass any test. Now I'm a stranger at the edge of the crowd, watching you laugh, feeling so loud. It's a different kind of burn, a different kind of thirst, knowing she has you, but I loved you first. I know. I was the once upon a time, she's the happily ever after. I'm just the silence underneath the laughter. I loved you first, but fine, I loved you first. door didn't slam, it didn't even creak. The silence is a language I learned to speak. You went for a walk and you never came back, leaving my world in a permanent black. I'm checking the windows, I'm checking the phone, waiting for a reason to be this alone. No final argument, no it's over call, just a sudden shadow against the wall. I'm a sentence that's missing its final word, a beautiful song that went suddenly unheard. And I'm left without closure, left in the dark, searching for the why and the missing spark. I'm a book with the last 10 pages torn out, drowning in the maybe and the what was it about. You didn't give me a goodbye or a place to begin. The healing process for the mess I'm in, it's a different kind of torture, a different kind of exposure, to be standing here, left without closure. I still have your toothbrush, I still have your key, because you didn't say that you were done with me. I'm trapped in a moment that refuses to pass, like a frozen image on a piece of glass. Did I do something wrong? Did you just lose the light? I'm fighting with a ghost in the middle of the night. I take a scream, I take a I hate your face, anything but this empty, hollowed out space. I'm a bridge that leads to a cliff in the mist, still feeling the phantom of the last time we kissed. And I'm left without closure, left in the dark, searching for the why and the missing spark. I'm a book with the last 10 pages torn out, drowning in the maybe and the what was it about. You didn't give me a goodbye or a place to begin. The healing process for the mess I'm in, it's a different kind of torture, a different kind of exposure, to be standing here, left without closure. Left in the dark, still looking for the end of the missing spark. You didn't give me a goodbye or a place to begin. The healing process for the mess I'm in, it's a different kind of torture, a different kind of exposure, to be standing here, left without closure. No period at the end, just a comma and a question. Where did you go? Left without closure, left without closure. The words were heavy like stones in my throat. I watched you putting on your winter coat. I saw the question linger in your eyes, the space between us filled with soft goodbyes. I wanted to scream, to beg you to stay, to find a reason to get through the day, but the air was frozen, the moment was locked, and I stood there quiet while the world just stopped. I had 1,000 I love yous under my tongue, but they fell like a bell that could never be wrong. And love stayed silent, it didn't make a sound. It let our forever fall straight to the ground. It didn't fight back, it didn't even cry. It just watched the light leave the edge of the sky. I'm a library of secrets that nobody read, living in the wreckage of the things I never said. It's a different kind of violent, a different kind of violent, when the heart is breaking, but love stays silent. Through the house like a ghost on a chain, listening to the rhythm of the midnight rain. I see your side of the bed, the book that you left. I'm a masterpiece of longing, of quiet bereft. I practiced the speech I should have given back then, in a room full of shadows with a broken nib pen. But the ink is all water and the paper is old, and the us that we were is becoming a cold. The vocabulary to stay was right there in my reach, but I was a victim of a failure of speech. And love stayed silent, it didn't make a sound. It let our forever fall straight to the ground. It didn't fight back, it didn't even cry. It just watched the light leave the edge of the sky. I'm a library of secrets that nobody read, living in the wreckage of the things I never said. It's a different kind of violent, a different kind of violent, when the heart is breaking, but love stays silent. Break the hush, give me a reason to scream. Tear me away from this mute little dream. I'm drowning in the maybe and the what if I'd spoken, when the silence is the thing that left me so broken. Silent, it didn't make a sound. It let her always hit the hollow ground. I'm a library of secrets that nobody read, living in the wreckage of the things I never said. It's a different kind of violent, a different kind of violent, when the heart is breaking, but love stays silent. So silent, the loudest goodbye. The words that I saved were the ones that let us die. Stay silent. Stay silent. The echo of the door is still ringing in the hall. I'm staring at the places where your pictures used to fall. I haven't moved the chair where you said to lace your shoes. I'm paralyzed by everything I'm terrified to lose. The world is outside moving, I can hear the city hum, but I'm waiting for a heartbeat that I know will never come. It's a Sunday afternoon, but the light feels like a ghost in the house where I'm the one who loved you the most. just a hollowed out version of who I used to be. And it's so quiet here after your goodbye. I'm learning how to breathe under an empty sky. I'm picking up the pieces of a life we didn't get, trying to find a way to live without the not just yet. You took the always and you left me with the then, in a world that I don't know how to start again. It's a long cold winter that's living in my eye. Everything is different after your goodbye. After your goodbye, I went to buy the bread that you always used to crave. Then I remembered I'm a mourner at a grave of a we and an us that didn't make it to the spring. Now I'm just a girl with a tattered silver wing. I see you in the strangers, I see you in the rain. I'm memorizing every single shadow of the pain. If I move too fast, will I lose the way you felt? Or will the memory of your touch finally start to melt? I'm a bridge to nowhere, a song with no key, losing the part of you that belonged to me. And it's so quiet here after your goodbye. I'm learning how to breathe under an empty sky. I'm picking up the pieces of a life we didn't get, trying to find a way to live without the not just yet. You took the always and you left me with the then, in a world that I don't know how to start again. It's a long cold winter that's living in my eye. Everything is different after your goodbye. After your goodbye, did you feel the snap? Did you hear the break? Or was it just another choice you had to make? I'm screaming at the silence until my throat is raw. I'm fighting with the gravity that's become a fatal flaw. After you took the always and you left me with the then, in a world that I don't know how to start again. It's a long cold winter that's living in my eye. Everything is different after your goodbye. After your goodbye. After your goodbye, the clock is standing still. I'm still wearing that old flannel shirt you left behind. It's a little bit tattered, but I don't really mind. It still holds the shape of the way you used to hold me before the story changed and the ending got lonely. I'm sitting in the kitchen where the morning sun hits, picking up the pieces, the little golden bits of the life we built before it started to fray. I'm finding a peace in the middle of the gray. The windows are open, the summer air is sweet, even with the hollow sound of my own heart's beat. And I'm broken, but I'm still warm. I'm the quiet light after the center of the storm. I got cracks in the porcelain, scars in the wood, but I wouldn't change sister's name pop up on my phone. She wanted to make sure I wasn't all alone. I told her I'm okay, and I meant it this time. I'm learning how to live without the rhythm or the rhyme. I don't look for you with anger or a bitter kind of thirst. I just remember how you loved me at my worst. And even though you're gone and the bed is half cold, I'm holding on to magic that'll never grow old. I'm a house with the lights on, even if the rooms are bare. Still feeling the kindness we used to share. And I'm broken, but I'm still warm. I'm the quiet light after the center of the storm. I got cracks in the porcelain, scars in the wood, but I wouldn't change the us even if I could. I'm grieving the old ways, I'm missing the you, but I'm thankful for the colors that we ran through. It's a soft kind of sorrow, a tender kind of harm, knowing I'm broken, but I'm still battlefield or a war. It can be a gentle closing of a heavy oak door. I'm letting go of the person, but I'm keeping the glow, watching the garden of our everything grow into something. Still warm from the fire, still soft in the soul, broken in pieces, but feeling whole. I'm still warm, I'm still warm, I'm still warm. I found your name carved in the table at our place. It's been a year, but I can still map out your face. The way your eyes are crinkled when you started to lie, and how you always looked away before you'd say goodbye. I know the exact shade of the sweater that you wore the night you left your keys beside the handle of the door. They say that time is supposed to wash the colors into gray, but my mind is a museum where the exhibits always stay. Everyone's telling me to just let the shadow go, but I'm the only witness to the things I'll never know. Because I remember the us before the we was gone. I remember the stars before they turned into the dawn. Every I love you whispered in the quiet of the hall, and the sound of your footsteps right before the fall. I've got every word you spoke locked inside my head, a library of everything we never should have said. It's a curse and a mercy, a heavy kind of sting. I remember everything, I remember everything, I I remember everything. I remember everything. I saw you yesterday. You were walking in the rain. You look so different, like you'd forgotten all the pain. You didn't see me standing by the window of the shop. I waited for a heartbeat, for the world to finally stop. But you just kept on moving, like I was never there. Just a ghost of a girl in the cold autumn air. How can you be a stranger when I know the way you breathe? When I'm still standing in the garden that you had to leave. You've rewritten the ending, you've turned the final page, but I'm still the only actor standing on the stage. Because I remember the us before the we was gone. I remember the stars before they turned into the dawn. Every I love you whispered in the quiet of the hall, and the sound of your footsteps right before the fall. I've got every word you spoke locked inside my head, a library of everything we never should have said. It's a curse and a mercy, a heavy kind of sting. I remember everything. I remember everything. I remember everything. I remember the promise. I remember the lie. I remember the way that you held me through the night. I'm a vessel for the memories, a temple for the past. I'm the only thing about us that was built to last. I remember it all. They turn into the dawn. I've got every word you spoke locked inside my head, a library of everything we never should have said. It's a curse and a mercy, a heavy kind of sting. I remember everything. I remember everything. To look at me before I became just a memory. I remember. I remember. The boxes are gone and the closet is bare. I've scrubbed every surface and changed every chair. You took the records and the vintage TV. You took every version of who you could be. I watched your taillights fade into the black, knowing you're never ever coming back. But as I stand in the middle of the room, there's a feeling that lingers in the afternoon gloom. You took your keys and your clothes and your name, but why does the oxygen still feel the same? Because you left the building, but love didn't leave. It's still in the sweater and the way that I breathe. It's a permanent guest that won't say goodbye. A heavy warm weight under a cold winter sky. You packed up the always and you walked out the door, but the love's still sitting on the cold kitchen floor. I'm alone in the house, but I'm crowded by we. Cause love didn't leave, it just stayed here with me. I go to the park just to get some fresh air, but the ghost of your hand is still reaching for there. I saw a movie and I laughed at the part that we used to joke about deep in our heart. I thought the affection would pack its own bags, but it's stubborn and tattered and waving its flags. It's the silence that speaks, it's the shadow that stays. It's the rhythm of us in the rest of my days. I'm a map with no city, a bell with no sound, while the roots of our story are deep in the ground. Because you left the building, but love didn't leave. It's still in the sweater and the way that I breathe. It's a permanent guest that won't say goodbye. A heavy warm weight under a cold winter sky. You packed up the always and you walked out the door, but the love's still sitting on the cold kitchen floor. I'm alone in the house, but I'm crowded by we. Cause love didn't leave, it just stayed here with me. It just stayed here with me. How do I evict a ghost from my veins? How do I break through these invisible chains? I wanna be empty, I wanna be free, but the love is a part of the anatomy. It won't go, it won't go. You left the building, but love didn't leave. It's still in the heartbeat I wear on my sleeve. You packed up the always and you walked out the door, but the love's still sitting on the cold kitchen floor. I'm alone in the house, but I'm crowded by we. Cause love didn't leave, it just stayed here with me. You're gone, but the love is still here. In the dust, in the thin atmosphere. Love didn't leave. In the thin atmosphere. Haven't mentioned your name in a month or two. I finally found things that don't lead back to you. The neighbors stopped asking, the flowers all died. I mastered the art of the peace in my stride. I moved all the furniture, painted the hall. I took every memory off of the wall. But sometimes the sunlight hits the floor at an angle, and I feel the ghost of our old quiet tangle. It's not a fever, it's not a sharp sting, just the weight of a bird with a tethered wing. And the soft hurt remains like a low frequency hum in the parts of my heart that have finally gone numb. It doesn't crowd and it doesn't make a scene, it just lives in the static of what it might have been. It's a slow motion rain on a window at night, the shadow that follows the edge of the light. I'm moving on, I'm over the strange, but the soft hurt remains. The soft hurt remains. I saw your old sweater in a box by the stairs. I didn't break down or start saying prayers. I just ran my thumb over the thread of the sleeve and felt the cold phantom of the never leave. It's a quiet companion, it's a permanent guest, a dull little ache that won't take a rest. I'm a masterpiece mended, a vase that was glued, living a life that's been strangely renewed. The storm is long over, the thunder is gone, but I'm still breathing in the mist of the dawn. And the soft hurt remains, like a low-frequency hum, in the parts of my heart that have finally gone numb. It doesn't cry out and it doesn't make a scene, it just lives in the static of what it might have been. It's a slow motion rain on a window at night, the shadow that follows the edge of the light. I'm moving on, I'm over the strange, but the soft hurt remains. The soft hurt remains. I don't wanna fix it, I don't want it to go. It's the only part left of the yes that I know. It's a tender reminder, a merciful scar, proof that you were once my northern star. Like a low-frequency hum in the heart of a girl who's finally become. It's a slow-motion rain on a window at night, the shadow that follows the edge of the light. I'm moving on, I'm over the strains, but the soft hurt remains. The soft hurt remains. Soft hurt, like the dust in the air. I'm okay now, but it's always there. Soft hurt remains. Remains. I'm looking at the photos from the night in New York, before the heavy silence and the twisted up talk. We were holding on so tight, our knuckles were white. I didn't see the shadow creeping into the light. There was no sudden canyon, no mountain to climb, just a slow motion theft by the hands of time. One day we were flying, the next we were low, and I'm still trying to find where we let go. It wasn't a crash or a bolt from the blue, it was the quietest distance between me and you. And I'm still tracing the place where we slipped, where the heart lost its beat and the anchor was tipped. We were a masterpiece held by a single thread. Now I'm drowning in all of the things we never said. It wasn't where we slip. I found your old keychain in the cushion of the chair. It felt like a ghost was still standing right there. I remember the dinner where we didn't quite speak, when the I love you felt heavy and tired and weak. We were two different rivers in the same narrow bed, moving apart while the words stayed unsaid. I didn't hear the break, I didn't feel the snap, until I was looking at a blank, empty map. We didn't fall off the edge of the world, we just let go of the flag we unfurled. And I'm still tracing the place where we slipped, where the heart lost its beat and the ankle was tipped. We were a masterpiece held by a single thread. Now I'm drowning in all of the things we never said. It wasn't a storm, it was a slow motion slide, until the forever had nowhere to hide. I'm looking for the moment, the always unzipped, and I'm lost in the space where we slip. Was it a Friday? Was it the rain? When did the pleasure turn into the pain? I'm screaming at the silence to give me a day before the too soon became the too late. Deleted the messages I've hid in the glass. I've walked through the months letting the seasons pass. My mind has been logical, my head is held high. I've taught myself exactly how not to cry. I tell all my friends that the healing is done, that I finally learned how to live for the one who looks back in the mirror, steady and free. But there's a secret in habits and living in me. I can change my address and the color of my hair, but I can't scrub the us from the thin, empty air. Because my heart still knows you, even if I don't. My mind says I'm finished, but my heartbeat says it won't. I can lie to the world, I can play out the part, but there's no fool in the rhythm of a hollowed out heart. It recognizes your shadow, it remembers your name. It's still burning for a spark from a long dead flame. No matter how far I run or what I try to do, my heart knows you. My heart still knows you. I saw a car like yours at the edge of the park, and I felt a sudden lightning bolt inside of the dark. My logic said keep driving, my head said keep cool, but my pulse started racing like a desperate fool. It's like an instant of okay, but my spirit is a compass that only points one way. Because my heart still knows you, even if I don't. My mind says I'm finished, but my heartbeat says it won't. I can lie to the world, I can play out the part, but there's no fooling the rhythm of a hollowed out heart. It recognizes your shadow, it remembers your name. It's still burning for a spark from a long dead flame. No matter how far I run or what I try to do, my heart knows you. My heart still knows you. Is it etched in the bone? Is it carved in the soul? The way that you made me feel tattered and whole. I'm screaming at the silence to let me be free, but you're the only language that is spoken by me. I can't forget. My heart still knows you, even if I don't. My mind says I'm finished, but my heartbeat says it won't. It recognizes your shadow, it remembers your name. It's still burning for a spark from a long dead flame. No matter how far I run or what I try to do, my heart knows you. My heart still knows you. Knows you. Even in the dark, still tracing the permanent mark. They know. My heart knows. I didn't keep a secret, I didn't hold a wall. I was the girl who stood there, ready for the fall. I handed you the keys to every darkened room. I let the garden open, I let the feelings bloom. I didn't check the weather, I didn't fear the rain. I never looked for shelter from the coming of the pain. I thought if I was honest, if I was raw and true, that love would be the shield between the world and you. I left the gates wide open, I threw away the blade. Now I'm standing in the wreckage of the trust that I made. Because I love without armor, I love with no skin. I let the cold world out and I let the whole storm in. I didn't have a safety net, I didn't have a plan. I just placed my entire life inside your shaking hand. Now the arrows are all landing and I got nowhere to hide. I'm bleeding from the always that we buried deep inside. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of karma. Losing everything because I love without armor. I see you in the city, wearing iron on your chest, protecting every heartbeat, putting us to rest. You learned how to be careful, you learned how to be cold, while I'm still living in the story that we told. I'm a vessel that is shattered, I'm a window that is thin. I don't know where I end and where the hurt begins. I gave you every weapon, I showed you every scar, and you used them all to show me just how far we are. I was a believer, a devotee of state, but I was unprotected when you walked the other way. Because I loved without armor, I loved with no skin. I let the cold world out, and I let the whole storm in. I didn't have a safety net, I didn't have a plan. I just placed my entire life inside your shaking hand. Now the arrows are all landing and I got nowhere to hide. I'm bleeding from the always that we buried deep inside. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of karma. Losing everything because I love without armor. The love that leaves you bleeding is the only kind that's real. I let the cold world out, and I let the whole storm in. Now the arrows are all landing, and I got nowhere to hide. I'm bleeding from the always that we buried deep inside. It's a different kind of hollow, a different kind of karma. Losing everything because I love without armor. No shield, no silver or gold, with nothing to hold. I loved without armor. I loved without armor. The words were heavy, like stones in my throat. I watched you putting on your winter coat. I saw the question lingering in your eyes. The space between us filled with soft goodbyes. I wanted to scream, to beg you to stay, to find a reason to get through the day, but the air was frozen, the moment was locked, and I stood there quiet while the world just stopped. I had 1,000 I love yous under my tongue, but they felt like a bell that could never be rung. And love fell quiet, it didn't make a sound. To the ground, it didn't fight back, it didn't even cry. It just watched the light leave the edge of the sky. I'm a library of secrets that nobody read. masterpiece, a longing of quiet bereft. I practiced the speech I should have given back then, in a room full of shadows with a broken nib pen. But the ink is salt water and the paper is old, and the us that we were is becoming a cold. The vocabulary of stay was right there in my reach, but I was a victim of a failure of speech, and love fell quiet. It didn't make a sound. It let our forever fall straight to the ground. It didn't fight back. It didn't even cry. It just watched the light leave the edge of the sky. I'm a library of secrets that nobody read, living in the wreckage of the things I never said. It's a different kind of violent, a different kind of violent, when the heart is breaking, but love fell quiet. Love fell quiet. Break the hush, give me a reason to scream. Tear me away from this mute little dream. I'm drowning in the maybe, in the what if I'd spoken, when the silence is the thing that left me so broken. Love fell quiet. It didn't make a sound. It let our waves hit the hollow ground. Library of secrets that nobody read, living in the wreckage of the things I never said. It's a different kind of violent, a different kind of violent, when the heart is breaking, but love fell quiet. So quiet, the loudest goodbye were the ones that I saved, were the ones that let us die. Love fell quiet. Love fell quiet. The sun is going down behind the grocery store. I'm standing in the kitchen, staring at the floor. I managed through the morning, I almost made it through, without the heavy shadow of the ghost of you. Then the kettle whistles or the radio starts to play, and every bit of progress just begins to melt away. It's a rhythm kind of torture, a cyclical design, how the getting over always ends at the starting line. I'm a masterpiece of moving on until the clock strikes 5. Then the hollow in my chest is the only thing alive, and I'm missing you again, like a fever in the night, watching the dark take back every inch of the light. I've memorized the silence, I've counted every stone in this cathedral of forever, where I'm sitting all alone. It's a wave that keeps on crashing, a song that never ends. Just when I think I'm whole, the spirit starts to bend. I'm back at the beginning, I'm back in the rain, missing you again, missing you again. I saw someone who had your walk, someone with your hair, Had to catch my breath and lean against the cold night air. My logic tells me you're a stranger, that the bridge is burned and gone. But my heart is still a house with all the porch lights on. I'm sick of being a victim to the smell of your old coat. Sick of the way your name still catches in my throat. I was a believer, I was a devotee of state, but I'm just a casualty of a love that walked away. And I'm missing you again, like a fever in the night, watching the dark take back every inch of the light. I've memorized the silence, I've counted every stone in this cathedral of forever, where I'm sitting all alone. It's a wave that keeps on crashing, a song that never ends. Just when I think I'm whole, the spirit starts to bend. I'm back at the beginning, I'm back in the rain, missing you again, missing you again. When does the forever actually expire? When do I stop throwing my soul on this fire? I'm tired of the almost, I'm tired of the nearly, I'm tired of seeing your face in the dark so clearly. Like a fever in the night, watching the dark take back every inch of the light. It's a wave that keeps on crashing, a song that never ends. Just when I think I'm whole, the spirit starts to bend. I'm back at the beginning, I'm back in the rain, missing you again, missing you again, again. It always leads back here, in the dust, in the thin atmosphere, missing you